Let's show them we can rise from ash. Jade, Lavender, and Scarlet, Phoenix power. Together we will rise. They tried to burn us, we bloom like a flower. They didn't know we had a Phoenix's power. Phoenix power.
Hello, all. I'm here. I'm queer, and I've made it back here.
Hey, yo.
Welcome to the Feinics Gate. And if you don't know already, it's Lavender.
All started when I was
I know.
born.
It all started when I was born, and now you've been living with me for oh too long. But I'm very excited to be here with everybody. This is actually not really our inaugural, but our second episode with Crimson as an official voice here at the gate. Everybody give him a round of applause.
Hey, yo.
How's it going, everybody?
Welcome back, buddy.
Hello.
We love you, friend.
We threw you into the deep end. You swam beautifully. And
We're
now,
so proud.
now you've decided you still want the torture?
Yes.
He's a sadist, that's why. Like, come on now.
I mean,
Listen, as much as I love receiving, I dish it out too.
hey! I mean, why not? And of course, it's your girl, Jade Feinics. What's up? How you doing?
As always, lovely, lovely co-host.
Hello. Hello. So, hi. We're here. We're gonna just dive right into it.
Yeah, why not?
Lav, what are we talking about?
So, as we all know, I am very obsessed with going to the cinema. We talked about it a lot last week and how I wish everybody could have seen Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein in movie theaters. And I try to make it a practice to go at least now I go almost once a week, if not once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that doesn't seem to be the norm anymore. Growing up, the movies was my safe place, which is why I kind of continue to carry it with me as a place of comfort. But I think anyone can tell you that movie theater culture has really shifted. It's really changed. And it's really moved away from the same level of prominence that we're used to it being at. I mean, we have movies that are just coming out solely on streaming now. And we're talking about high budget, high quality films, not the direct to TV stuff that we used to watch as kids.
I have to agree. For me, growing up, the movies was always considered a treat. And the reason why it was a treat was because it was supposed to be an experience. It was supposed to be something. Plus, also they weren't putting out movies the way that they were putting them out, the way they get put out now.
Agreed.
Where it's every fucking week or month, there's a new blockbuster fucking gigantic film being announced or released or whatever. They would only do really big drops twice a year, 3 times.
Maybe. And I mean, they used to happen during certain seasons too.
They had the May-June release.
Yeah, May was the big one because my birthday is the beginning of May. And that's all I ever wanted to do when I was younger was go to the movies because the newest, biggest thing
was
coming out on May 9th or it was coming out that weekend of my birthday.
Right. So I would say the May-June release was always the summer blockbuster movie.
Agreed.
And then you would have the fall. So I would say maybe September, October.
And then you would say Valentine's Day. They always used to have a big
You know
drop
what?
on
I would
Valentine's
say, how about
Day.
this? I'm going to amend my statement. It would be quarterly.
Yeah, I think
so,
quarterly
yeah.
is a better
Sounds about right.
because you're right. There was that, and then Valentine's Day. There used to be a new horror movie that literally came out every Valentine's Day.
Give or take, yeah.
I'll
My
never
Bloody
forget
Valentine.
it. That literally
Yeah.
used to be my thing. I used to go even if by myself to the movie theater on Valentine's Day and watch a horror movie.
Fuck your life. Bing bong.
That's how you do it.
That used to be the norm. I think the last one I went to was A Cure for Wellness. Came out on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it did. I remember that. So my whole thing is growing up, yes, the movies was always a treat. Also, a lot of the times it was the norm, I guess, again, I'm older than both of you. So it was the norm to have your birthday party at a theater. They actually had the ability to host a full birthday celebration at a theater. That would include food and cake and stuff like that.
I think you see that more at mom and pop theaters.
Yeah, but
And
you
even
used to be
those
able
are
to do it back in the
dying.
day at the big ones.
Oh, and the big ones, yeah, no, of course. I'm not disagreeing with you on that, but I'm saying right now you see that still more at mom and pop theaters.
Yeah, but they're dying,
Oh, of course,
which
exactly.
is what we're talking about.
No, of course.
We're
And
talking about that shit because,
Yeah.
bing bong, everybody's starting to fucking.
Emotional, damn it.
Let's call a spade here. COVID
Catastrophic.
was catastrophic in more ways than people even realize. And here we are 5, almost 6 years later. And the movie industry is dying.
Yeah.
And I don't mean movies. Theater.
Yeah.
Movie theaters. The actual physical theaters are dying.
Yeah.
It's streaming was already starting to make a dent into the actual ability to go to a movie theater and see something because so many companies would compete and say, hey, listen, you got to give us the rights to this and blah, 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 blah. And after 28 days or however extended amount of time they would give you, then all of a sudden you could just watch it on Amazon Prime or on Paramount or, you could buy it. Like you would literally, and here's the thing, and this was the thing that would drive me batshit is why am I spending the exact same amount that I would on a theater ticket to watch it at home, which again, I understand the convenience. My house, my pee-pees, my TVs, my toilet, whatever, my food. I don't need to pay all these crazy monies because that's the other problem with movie theaters is they're so fucking expensive.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love that. That's part of the experience for me with going to the movies. I like to go. I get myself a popcorn. I drizzle it in that absolutely not made out of butter sauce that they have. I like cover it in like salt and pepper and I sit there and I get my soda and I sit down. Like I'm very much like if I'm going to go to the movie theater, I'm very ritualistic. I like to do all the things I like to do at a movie theater that I wouldn't normally do at home because if I'm going to go out to a movie, I want to do all the things that give me like joy about being at a movie. But I will agree with you. Like it's expensive. So I go very frequently, and a lot of the reason why is because I do have like the Regal Movie Pass. So like for me, the Regal Movie Pass kind of helps make it more affordable. But even then, it's still a bit of an undertaking. Like kind of how we were talking about, it was an experience. It was for pleasure. When I was a kid, it was like the cheap thing you could do. And my parents had 4 children, all in relatively very close age ranges. Yeah. So when they, that was our special thing, was when we were really good, or my dad was getting us out of the house because my mom was doing her little bunco game with the neighborhood ladies.
Oh, yeah.
Or, there needed to be some reason for us to be out of the house, or just, God forbid, just for my parents to take us somewhere where we would all sit quietly. When you have 4 kids constantly yelling at each other, the movies was that safe haven place for us. And it used to cost only $5 to $10. So it wasn't a crazy expensive enterprise. So they could take all of us for $5, get us a popcorn, sit us down and be like, oh, thank God we have some silence for 2 hours.
It's so funny. And it's crazy because now for the price that you would pay for a popcorn, it's almost the same price as the ticket.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. Because now, for example, me and my boyfriend go all the time. And usually I'll cover those tickets because he always covers dinner and everything else. And because I have the Regal thing, that's my little I'll always cover a movie ticket when we go. And literally movie tickets now, and I usually will try to strategically do it on certain days where it's not as expensive because they do still have
they have those sales,
certain deals. Yeah. If you do Regal, it's $10 Tuesdays. I think they upped it to $15 instead or something recently. Yeah. But if you just get a normal ticket, it's and this is just standard. This isn't 3D, IMAX, none of that.
Just the basic.
It's literally $25 a ticket now. And the popcorn, if you want a decent sized popcorn, is $25 by itself.
And that also varies place to place.
Yes,
too.
An AMC.
Because I will say, because from the Jersey perspective, we're looking at least the minimum $15.
Yeah.
Minimum. And that, again, depends on what. First off, sometimes it even depends on the movie.
Oh, yeah. Like, if you're going to, like, a big blockbuster movie, it'll cost more
Yeah,
than if you're
like,
seeing
instead of
like, an independent.
Yeah, instead of it being like 15 at sometimes, and just like, all right, this is a basic movie, $15. I'm like, oh, okay. Then it'll be another one where like people are expecting it to be like crazy. They'll charge like 18.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. All right. I remember paying for other tickets for 15. I guess we're doing 18 this time. Cool. All right. And then like you were saying, like obviously from New York here, it's just like, I've gone to Regal theaters. I've gone to other places too. And for the tickets, it's just like, holy crap. It's like expensive.
Like, I'll say this, Regal is a little bit more affordable than AMC. I would say between the two, it's a slightly less expensive, but I'm really going to emphasize slightly less expensive.
Slightly, yeah.
Like AMC but that's also because AMC specifically made all of their theaters, so you're never seeing like a standard film anymore. Like if you're going to an AMC,
it always has to be something
it has
big.
to be 3D. It has to be. I fucking hate 4DX. I went one time. I will never fucking go again. But that's besides
You know what's
the
funny?
point.
I was gonna state we have different opinions on that one.
Part of
I'm not too crazy about it, but I will say this: depending on the film, I will say, yeah, I
will
can agree
say
50-50.
because I'm like nerve spicy.
Mhm.
I go to a movie to be able to like really enjoy and like take it in. So at least for me, the 4DX experience, which I know they developed to try to get people back in the movie seats, wasn't for me. I was really overstimulated. Like I went to go see, like I love the Mad Max franchise. I went to go see Furiosa. And the entire time, the seat was like jumbling around. I was falling out of the seat, like to the point, Noose. I had to get up, and I never do this. I literally, like, once I sit and watch a movie, I'm locked in. I'm not going to the bathroom, nothing. I had to get up 3 times to fucking pee because I was being jostled around in this seat. And then I had like stuff being sprayed at me because they were shooting people. Like, and my back was hurting me for like 3 days after. Maybe it's age. I don't know. But at least for me, it wasn't my cup of tea. And that ticket, that's where I was going with that. That ticket is like $30+,
Yeah.
which is
For me,
insane.
For me, I can understand if you're paying extra for like the experience. All right, cool. Funny enough, I've only watched one 4DX film. And the film that I watched was I think the Alien Romulus, the recent one that came out last year.
Great film.
Last year. That one I watched in 4DX. Actually, was not bad. I actually, at least for me, it was not bad. I enjoyed it. It's pretty good. Nice experience. First time for a 4DX film. I felt like for the type of film that it was, it fit well for it. I think it's specific films that they should take into consideration allowing 4DX.
Yeah, and I think if they focused more on like, for example, with Mad Max, granted, like you're in cars, but they would literally have you shaking even if you weren't like a scene where you see Furiosa in the rig. So for me, it was just distracting. It made me have to pee. I was getting overstimulated. I like almost started crying because I was getting overstimulated. Like I kind of wish that they would have allowed like an intensity button almost. So I could be like, oh, like, this is really bothering me, but I like the idea of this. And I could kind of like, adjust. And I know it's way more expensive to start doing that. But like, that's what's so crazy is especially AMC, you can only really see anything there at least in like a 4DX
or IMAX
or an IMAX or 3D. And I think that's why Regal is slightly less expensive because they do offer actual standard.
Yeah.
Same with Alamo Drafthouse. Like that, I will say what was nice about going to Alamo Drafthouse was it was all about the experience. So the tickets weren't any more expensive. Well, because they know they're going to make it back and the food and the drinks. But I was like, I'd rather do something like that. Where the theater, there's smaller theaters, the theater etiquette is really prioritized.
Yeah.
And I think if we're going to try to keep theater culture alive, that's what needs to happen. Because at least for me, and this is just my personal opinion, I feel very strongly about how people should behave in a theater.
I
feel that
disagree
way
with you.
about live theater as well. Like I recently saw Book of Mormon, and I love that show. This is my 3rd time seeing it. I literally had people that were like drinking cans of beer during the show, which is fine. Like you can do that. But then they were leaving them on the floor and they were rolling back and like hitting me in the back of the ankles. And like in a movie theater, like probably like one of my least favorite experiences, I feel like people, because of COVID, right?
Because of COVID.
A lot of these social cues just totally went out the window and people feel like they can behave just so much more like, I don't want to say unhinged, but they
I want
can
to say
behave
unhinged.
You know what?
I would
You know
say,
what?
how
Then
about
unhinged.
with not unhinged? Let's say without consequences.
without consequences. They
That
behave
too.
a certain way. So like at the movies, I was at like, I think it was the new Spider-Man movie, and this was a few years ago. I was so
What,
excited.
Far From Home?
The one that Tom Maguire was in.
Far From Home?
Yeah. So like
Yeah.
it was like people were just getting back into the movie theaters. I was so excited. And the whole time. Sorry, y'all. I
podcast
had to say hello to the
kitty.
podcast kitty. He could feel I was getting worked up.
Yeah.
I was trying to watch this movie and a whole group was talking the entire time.
One thing I want to
Behind
say,
me.
honestly, that's probably the least of the issues.
Yeah, it probably is the least of the issues.
I don't know if anybody's seen the post that has been flying around since after the Demon Slayer movie.
Yeah,
Where
I've
that
seen
one dude that actually pissed on a kid.
Yeah, I
was
saw
just
that.
like, ain't no way. And then he got the crap beat out of him by
As
the
he
dad.
fucking should.
Deserved.
Good.
Well deserved. I would, if that was my kid, I would have beat the crap out of the dude too. Dude, like
crazy.
what in your right mind that you think it's, yeah, this is the right thing to do. I don't feel like going to the bathroom. I'm just gonna piss on this kid.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have no
What?
like, crazy. Like
It just
This
drives me
is-
crazy with that shit because the worst thing that you had to worry about back in the day was somebody in there with a video camera recording the movie.
exactly. Like this is what
Or not even just that. Maybe somebody like talking a little bit loud.
on the phone
Yeah.
or
Or,
like-
something.
or that too.
The phones when cell phones started to become what they were becoming.
And then they start ringing, and it's just like, all right, come on, guys. You know.
Like that was like the worst that we had coming up, and then out of nowhere, you started getting people have to turn the screen down.
Yeah,
on
like,
your
'cause
phones.
Look, I
Because
don't care what
people are
you're
on
doing.
their
Apparently they
phones.
decided to just leave it on heaven.
Yeah, right. Like
Right.
that's
Just
what's
like, yo.
so
Spotlight word.
crazy. Like I think that's part of what is killing the theater industry.
It is part of it, but I
Is-
also do think it is the expense.
Oh, that we were actually
it's a
talking about that earlier.
combination.
It's
Yeah.
the, plus like we really want to be a dick about it. Like it's also the staff.
Oh, yeah.
The
I
staff,
mean, like
the fact that the theaters are not upkept.
they're not cleaned the way they used to
I
be.
will say this, and this also drastically affects the mom and pops ones.
Agreed.
The maintenance and being well kept.
Yeah.
That's one of the big ones.
Upkeep.
Upkeep. I remember. I would say when I was like in college and stuff. I remember that there was at least like other people that would go into those theaters and they would literally throw gummy bears at the screen and they
Yeah.
would stick to them.
Popcorn.
No, not popcorn. Popcorn would have been an easy cleanup. Gummy bears. They would lick the flat side of the gummy bear and throw it onto the screen and it would stay there.
That makes me so sad. Like I actually used to get really upset with one of my exes because he would constantly talk about like him and his friends thinking this was so funny to do.
Hold on. And not only that, let me
Oh
add,
my
let me-
God,
let
it
me
gets
add-
worse.
It gets worse. I remember coming back for another film and I still see the gummy bear there.
No.
I still see it
Like,
there.
That literally, like, that kind of stuff is really my biggest pet peeve. And granted, and I'm
Mhm.
going to shout out my mother here. She was very like, if you're going into someone else's space, you need to respect that space, no
Mhm.
matter what space it is. So she was very like, oh, if you don't behave or if you behave in a way that is inappropriate, we're leaving.
Fair. My
So-
mother would
Oh,
do
yeah.
the same thing.
Like for me, I never, like personally, I really dislike these things with etiquette. And sometimes I can be like, oh, it's my neurospicy brain. I have this
Mhm.
idea of order. I feel like things should be upheld in a certain way. But at the same time, I'm like, it's just common sense. Like, why would you go into a movie theater and totally trash it? Like, I went to go see Tron Ares recently.
okay.
I actually really enjoyed it personally. I was really pleasantly surprised. I loved it. The whole time, it was people like, you know, leaving all their food all over the ground. I even get mad at my own boyfriend where I'm like, don't leave that little popcorn baggie there.
You
He's
know
like,
what's
what?
funny?
I'm like, pick it up and put it in the garbage
Mhm.
can.
You want to know what's funny? Think of it like this, and this is for the people that are out there that think it's not that big of a deal.
It is.
Think of it like this: if someone came to your house for just a simple get together or whatever, and they left all the trash everywhere,
Yeah, exactly.
none of them even bother helping. All the garbage, and we're not even just talking about, oh, maybe they left like a little plate on the counter. Or what? No, I'm saying like everything. Cups, the red Solo cups, they would leave them there, half drink, empty, whatever.
Sticky.
Just sticky, spilled. They didn't bother telling you that they spilled it. It's just there. You move it, and you see that there's a stain on the carpet. All of that. Imagine just doing that, and then everyone leaves once the party's over, and nobody even bothers helping,
Exactly.
or even bother even cleaning up after themselves.
As
Like,
someone who has hosted multiple parties
Mhm.
here at the Nest,
mhm,
that has happened,
mhm.
but not with anyone in this room.
Yay.
Not with anyone in this room.
We're good
I
guests,
would
y'all.
hope. I would hope. I hope I
No,
wasn't
no,
involved in it. 'Cause I
no.
would want to say when.
No.
When?
No, because both of y'all have actually volunteered to help me.
Oh, of course.
I don't have to chase you to ask for help because, hey, you were raised correctly.
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
That is what's so crazy to me.
I don't think most of the people that do are able to go to the movie theaters the way that we are going now. Let's call it like I'm gonna be a dick. Fuck all you fucking teenagers that come to the theater, because you're all fucking assholes.
Thank you.
These are the COVID kids that were prepubescent or just about reaching their teens. Some of the, and also like also we have actual COVID babies that are now
Yeah.
like turning 3, 4, 5,
Crazy.
whatever.
Wild.
That parents are now bringing to the theaters, and it's like none of y'all were taught to not be a dick.
You want to know how
Right?
bad it's getting? And
Yeah.
I can explain. I
gosh.
can explain even how bad it's getting.
Please do.
So, in my town, in one of the Wendy's that's there, they have a particular time slot where teenagers, unless they're accompanied by a parent or kid, even, they are not allowed to eat in the Wendy's.
Fucking good for them.
They are
Like,
not
honestly.
literally from the time. And I looked at
Oh,
the
I
time.
heard about this. This was on the news.
Mhm.
This is on the news. And
Exactly.
there's actually a couple of McDonald's that are doing it here in Queens.
Good.
Because literally the kids would literally go there after school. They would either hang out in like large groups and then, loiter and just, dude. And it's not even, I'm not even trying to sound like one of those old people that are just like, oh, these damn kids on my own.
I'll sound like the old person and be like,
No,
get off my lawn.
Like,
Get out my
that's not.
city.
It's not even just that. It's like people
Get
are
out
just
my
trying
theater.
to eat. People are just trying to eat in peace. Like, and they're just being very freaking loud.
Oh
and
my
just
God.
starting a fuck.
So annoying.
Sometimes even some of the kids will go in there and then, one kid doesn't like another kid and they will literally get into a fucking fist fight.
Jesus.
Like they'll get in each other's faces and they'll start a fight, and that's when the people that are working there is like, bro, like, come on, man, we don't even get paid enough to fucking be
Yeah.
breaking up a fight with you guys. Like, get out of here, man.
They're not paid to be babysitters.
Yeah, like, dude, get out of here. If you don't know how to act right, don't get mad when rules like this apply, and then you're just like, oh no, we got nowhere to hang out. Well,
Don't be a dick.
not even just that. Like, yo, act right.
I used to actually joke around, like, I guess kind of theater, because Disney World is live theater.
Yeah.
I literally, when I first started working there, I called my mother and I was like, thank you for raising us right. Because the amount of just like nasty, nasty human beings, a lot of them
Mhm.
adults, that you were like, where were you raised? A fucking barn? But besides that point, the reason I brought it up was I used to make jokes all the time that our ID card should have doubled as a credit card scanner. So
Yeah.
every time that anyone expected me to like be paid to be a babysitter and watch their children while I was on the clock, supposed to be like watching the performers, they could scan their credit card and pay me a premium. That was my ongoing joke. I was like, where's my credit card scanner? I'm watching 7 kids right now who shouldn't be in line alone.
Right.
Like, where's my extra doc pay for children's activities? But that's what's so crazy is I've noticed it a lot more and more. And it bugs me. Like, funnily enough, when I saw Book of Mormon for the second time, I was sitting there And literally, this kid was texting on his phone next to me the entire time. And I think it's even more disrespectful when you have a live person up
In
there
front of you.
performing, like literally singing their hearts out. And I almost said something because I was like, this is really bothering me.
So here's
But I didn't want to be that guy. I didn't want to be a Karen.
Here's my that would be next level, like probably most likely Karen.
Exactly.
But this is what I see it as. They're still getting paid. And I'm viewing this from a perspective as a performer, and this can also apply to DJs, singers,
Yeah.
all of that, especially DJs. Because I've hanged out with people who are DJs. I've hanged out with does not matter if it's a crowd of 2 people, 1 people, 10, 20, 30, 100. Does not matter. You're going to go there. You're going to play the set. Doesn't matter how many fucking people are there, how many people are dancing. You're going to play the set, and that's it. You do what you need to do.
Yeah, you can do what you need to do.
Now,
and then
obviously, you
leave.
need to be able to do it right. If you're doing it right, you're doing a job, maybe it doesn't suit the people there. All right, cool. But still, at the end of the day, you're doing what you got to do. That dude that was sitting there, he paid for that ticket. Now, whether or not if he pays attention to it, that's his fault. Everyone else in that room isn't enjoying it.
Not
You're
necessarily.
enjoying
I
it.
mean, if it was a teenager, his parents probably pay for it. So it's his
Exactly.
parents'
Or
fault.
Yeah.
exactly that point, whichever the case. Money was still wasted. It was wasted. And no, I wouldn't say wasted. Actually, matter of fact, I wouldn't say wasted. Wasted for him, not wasted for the actors, because that money at least goes to them.
It does go to support the theater.
Exactly.
Right.
So
I mean, questionable solely just because of like the way theater contracts are, but that's a whole other discussion.
that's
That's
a whole
another
nother discussion.
cast.
But
That is another podcast
Yeah,
for
exactly.
another day.
That's a whole other rabbit hole. We're not going to go down there just
Exactly.
yet. But you know what I mean.
I know exactly
Like,
what you mean.
It's going towards something. It's not like it's quote unquote wasted. It's wasted for the person that spent the money, right? So it's just like, oh, you spent money just to come here and watch this, and you're not watching it. All right, I'm gonna sit here and enjoy it.
Well,
I don't know about you.
I kind of feel like the same principle goes to theaters where it's like you get what's the theater that's close over here to us? Regal?
So Regal's the closest to me over in Forest Hills.
Yeah, but there's also I think
There's an AMC in Fresh Meadows.
right, but that's the one that I normally go to.
Yeah.
I also do go to the AMC that is in Bayside.
Yes. That's a
Um,
nice one. The
That
one
it's a decent one, and it's also one that I've been going to since I was a child.
Me too, with my grandma.
Yep. So the other one, I believe it's a Regal that's over here in Atlas Mall.
Yes, it's a Regal.
It's a Regal. So recently, that is where we went to go see the Demon Slayer movie.
Yes.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm actually kind of spoiled because of the AMC in Fresh Meadows and Bayside having the reclining chairs.
Yes.
The Regal doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Also, I am also a little bit spoiled with the assigned seating. That you still get assigned seating, obviously, when you go to the Regal, but I'm also very spoiled when it comes to the assigned seating at the AMC. I kind of find that is a little bit superior with that. Now, follow me where I'm going with this. My ADHD brain is trying to make a point. When it comes to if I am paying for this assigned seat and the amenities that come with this assigned seat, I don't want to have to fucking fight with an idiot who doesn't know the difference between row A and row B. Or the fact that they can't count that my seat says 6 and their ticket says 7.
One thing I will give the benefit when it comes to letters. I can say, hold on before you start. Give me a second to explain. Give me a second to explain.
No.
Letters, I totally agree. Numbers, for some weird reason, the way they have them set up sometimes, I even get thrown off a little bit.
I'll give you that.
You what?
I'll give you that.
I get thrown off a little bit. And
I'll
sometimes
give
I'm
you
just
that.
like, wait, is this the
I will give you that, but here's the thing. If you are literally sitting here and I'm showing you the ticket and the seat that I'm in and it's in the right row and all this fucking shit.
no, I'm not
and
disagreeing
you're
with you.
still fucking yelling and so it gets to a point where somebody has to go get a dude to break it up because I'm about to rock you in your fucking bug,
Yeah.
then that is a problem.
No,
Like,
no, that's a whole. I'm
Yeah.
only giving the benefit of the
Yeah.
doubt when it comes to the numbers on the seats.
Yeah.
Now, when it comes, that's when I said the letters. I'm not
fine.
because, bro, it's a huge ass fucking letter on the floor. You're telling me you can't fucking read
Nope.
that giant fucking letter, bro?
Nope. I mean, we're literally taught like these kids need to get up alone. Number one, and number two, they come in and they're in the entitlement. Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh no, I know.
Crazy.
Oh,
Like,
I can't remember how many times I had to check them. I'll be like, yo,
What about when we went to see Superman with bells? Remember when we went to go see Superman with bells?
yeah.
And we had that like freaking people that were trying to cut us in line because they had kids with them or whatever to get their snacks. Do you remember that?
I vaguely
And
remember
I'm
that.
sitting
yeah.
there and I was just like, I'm gonna say something. You're like, babe, don't. And I'm like, I'm gonna say something. And you're like, Jade, don't. And I'm like,
I was just like,
and then
hey,
and
was
then
just like-
finally I said something. I was like, there's a line. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. You know, I have kids. I'm like, and that excuses your behavior. Why? Your kids may not understand there's a line because they're children and that's your problem.
exactly.
You're an adult. You fucking know there's a
know
line.
what it is.
Go fuck yourself. Don't sit there and use your fucking kids. Your crotch goblins are not an excuse to be an asshole.
Like, that's what I think is so crazy is it's like, you know, and I think like almost to your point, News, it's like, yeah, that other person's wasting money, but especially with
Not
how
my money.
Yeah, exactly.
expensive like going to the movie theater is. I almost get more upset. Well, I mean, besides the point that the theater is like my happy place, that's my safe
Yeah.
place. It's something that
Is it safe though?
really really gives me a lot of enjoyment and really like brings me a lot of
Emotional
calm
damage.
and makes me very happy. But I will say this, like my biggest problem is, yeah, maybe they're wasting their money, but they're also wasting how much money I spent by being really loud, by being disruptive, by kicking seats, by throwing food. Besides how disrespectful it is to the people that work at that theater, unless it is a specific screening where you're allowed to do that, like a Rocky Horror or the Room screening.
You want to know what's
I don't
funny?
want to like be seeing any of that. And I also think it's just so disrespectful to be like, oh, we spent all this money so we can be loud and nasty and have the brightness up on our phones and distract other people. Cause I get very easily distracted. In
At
the movie
least
theater.
in my own experience, I don't know if it's just because I don't know. People, this is just me. I've never had an experience with anyone kicking my chair or even anything in that regards.
I have.
I
And
have.
Hold on.
I almost got into a fight.
Hold on. I have had, and this was probably, I want to say like back in, about the time of college.
Back in
I
my day.
it was, I think this group of high schoolers. They were doing some stupid shit.
So basically-
surprise.
So basically,
Surprise, surprise.
Only someone that's slightly your junior.
Surprise, surprise.
Like they're younger than me, but I literally saw and felt popcorn fly right over me. I was like, oh no! I stood up really quick, and they were just like, I turned around and I looked at them, and they were just like,
You what?
I didn't say anything. I just dead eye. Like I looked at them and I.
For
you
those
could
of
see
you
it
that
in my
don't,
face.
for those of you that don't realize this, Crimson is very tall,
Yeah.
very tall. So when they,
I'm not like some like 7-foot dude. I'm just gonna state that right now.
No.
I'm decently tall. I'm taller than the average man.
No,
I
he's
will say
8
that.
feet.
yeah, exactly. You're not the
No.
7-foot tall man. You're 8 feet.
But no, like it was more just like.
Anybody want a peanut?
But no, like getting to the situation though, like I literally stood up, I looked at them all in the face, and I was just like, not even that. I looked at them with such a serious face, they all went quiet. Before they were laughing and they're bullshitting and all that, the minute I stood up, the rest of the film, silence.
Good.
I've never been more attracted to you than I am right now. Because you know me, I encourage violence.
But you know what's funny? It's that I don't go for that.
I
go
do.
for intimidation.
Yeah,
The intimidation factor. It's like if you push me to the point of violence, you deserve it at that point.
fair.
You deserve
Yeah.
it. It takes a lot to get that out of me.
No, I get it. I get it. Like, so here's my thing. Listen, I love going to the movies. In fact, Lavender and I have movie dates
Yes, we do.
coming up in the next like week and a half or so. We are going to see Zootopia 2.
Oh, fuck yeah, we are.
And go ahead, spill your hyperfixation station number 2. What are we seeing?
Wicked for good.
Yeah.
I'm
Because-
so excited.
Because we saw Wicked in theaters together.
So now we need to see part 2.
I'm already preparing by bringing an entire box of tissues for our Lavender.
Yeah.
Because she was basically inconsolable in Wicked.
Yeah, the first Wicked, I did nothing but sob my eyes out as soon as the movie ended.
And I'm literally like just feeding her the napkins.
Here
Just feeding her the napkins. Like, so I'm fully prepared that I will be dealing with children
Yeah.
in Zootopia 2
Oh,
because
100%.
it's a child's movie. I don't give a fuck. I'm a child at heart
Yeah.
in a lot of ways. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, we're not saying, like,
I refuse to say that you and I are Disney adults because that is a special breed of horror. No.
but like, we're not saying
about
that,
that?
like, there's anything wrong. Well, I am a Disney, I'll admit it. But like, because,
Horror!
like, what we are saying is that
Damn!
the etiquette for just be respectful of the people around you.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
not what I was going to say, but
oh, that's kind of like what I was thinking. I was like, we're not saying there's anything wrong bringing your kids to the movies, whatever. But
no.
No.
you just be respectful and treat a movie theater like you would treat your living room.
Better yet, teach your kids some fucking manners.
Exactly.
That too. I
How about
mean,
that? Not even just that. That is the main point.
not even
Yeah.
just how about if you but here's the thing, if you weren't taught manners, how can you teach manners?
That is also true.
Again, that's still part of manners.
Yeah, but if you don't know them, how can you show it as an example? You can't be an example if you don't know the example to be.
Exactly.
Well,
like,
guess what? You can always teach an old dog new tricks.
you can, but when you have
Woof.
people that have been told that everything that they've done is right all the time and they've been encouraged or told that their bad behavior is fine, unfortunately, that's just going to keep passing along and
Mhm.
passing the buck
Mhm.
to anyone that they might have the
But guess what? Those-
disfortune of raising.
Well, hold
yeah.
on.
Well,
Those same people, as they grow older, they're gonna have a really fucking hard time.
No, trust me. I
Not my
know
problem.
Quite a few.
Oh no, of course,
May I speak now?
You may.
not our problem.
May I speak now?
You may.
can I finish my thought now?
Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Thanks. Thank you so much. Oh, wait, etiquette. You guys kept interrupting me. Huh. Funny how we're sitting here preaching to the choir and we're doing it to ourselves. Hypocrites. Anyways, what I was going to say is I am really excited to go see these 2 movies with you, Lav. And we had a pleasant experience at Wicked because we did go to the Regal Bayou and it
Yes.
was fairly empty because also you and I did wait
To see it.
to see it. And as much as I love the hustle and bustle of the first weekend openings, seeing it within the first couple of weeks of the film, especially if it's a limited showing, I do love that. What I do not love is even if we are in a semi-deserted theater, you always get that one person.
Yes.
Ah! And
Every
here's
time.
every time. And here's the thing: I'm spending minimum $30 alone just to get into the theater.
Yep.
Okay. That's not counting probably another $20 to $40 between getting a soda or some kind of beverage, popcorn if I would like popcorn, candy if I want candy, because I do have a standard. When I go to a theater, I do enjoy my large orange soda because who loves orange soda? I love orange soda, all right? And then I also do get my Sour Patch watermelons,
Yep.
my Milk Duds, and then I'll share popcorn. Or sometimes I'll get pretzel bites if I'm feeling crazy. That's money. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Especially. So, like, no matter what I'm looking at when I go to these films, I'm spending at minimum $100.
Yep.
Okay. So here's the thing. If I'm spending at minimum $100 to go and have this experience, it needs to be a good fucking experience.
No,
And
exactly.
This is why the streaming services are winning, because I can have that experience here in my fucking house and not spend $100. I can only spend
Exactly.
the $30 that it would take to rent the movie. And that's the other thing that pisses me the fuck off. If I'm watching it at home, I should own it.
No, I agree. And even if you don't own it, it should be a quarter of the price of what you would be paying to see it in the movie theater.
The same way I have the same problem with the fucking cartridge-less DLC shit that you have on game systems right now. Why am I paying full price for a fucking game? But that is a different podcast for a different day. I see Crimson's light that came into the
cogs are turning.
I'm seeing red.
the literal light that came into his eyes when I said this.
Return the slab.
Damn fucking straight.
Soften my curve.
So for me, yes, are there times, especially if I'm feeling under the weather, right? Or if I'm just in one of those, if it's the winter time, and we were talking one of our previous episodes about how, you like to hibernate and stay inside. Do not get me wrong. There is nothing I love more than maybe for a date night, instead of going to a theater and, dealing with the unwashed masses of crap and the money that it costs. Because remember, now if you're going on a date, you ain't just spending on you.
Yeah.
Okay. And we live in, let's call a spade. We live in New York City. We got to pay for parking everywhere.
Yeah.
Go. All right.
And New York is just expensive.
New York is expensive. Jersey's not that much better.
If you're trying to find parking, it's a lot easier.
Eat shit. All right. Fucking, but anyways,
Free parking lots. Perfect timing. Well timed.
But like, I would love to be able to set up a nice, cute little date night at home.
Cook dinner.
Have a nice dessert. I don't drink, but for those of you that do, open a nice bottle of wine or whatever your drink of choice is, nice bottle of Pepsi for the young man here.
Flan with a little bit of whiskey.
There you go.
Hey.
Some caramelized brandy, maybe. It's actually pretty good.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. But like, don't get me wrong, that's great once in a while.
Yeah.
Not every fucking time I want to see a movie.
Oh,
I want to, like, there are going to be times where I want to get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going stir crazy. I mean, you two are more homebodies. You're homebody
Honestly,
people.
for me, I don't mind going out. It's more of just like you were mentioning before, just to add on to what you were saying before in terms of the pricing and stuff, like $100, like every single time.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. And don't get me wrong, the theaters actually do offer programs where you can get weekly tickets for a quarter of the price. But you're still spending the money on the food.
And that depends if the movies are even any good that are even coming out.
Agreed, because there are some movies where I'm like, I want my money back.
Dude, like I can, and like you were mentioning about the programs, because that's actually a good thing you're mentioning that too, because you can spend. It's like, oh yeah, you can spend this much,
stubs.
and it's like, oh, you pay for like a quarter of what you would spend. I'm like, yeah, cool,
Right, but what are you paying for in membership?
And not even just that, and just like, when am I actually gonna see decent movies?
Yeah,
like actually stuff that I'm interested in.
Yeah. And then and here's the other thing, like as podcasters, we kind of need to, we need to do this to stay, on the up and up, because we love movies. We're all cinephiles in this room. We are cinephiles through and through. And we love, obviously, we're not trashing movie theaters. We're trashing the experience.
Yeah.
Okay. Movie theaters were amazing. Dating back to when the first movie even debuted in a theater.
Yes.
It was a magic. It's supposed to transport you, to quote Nicole Kidman, to give us to transport us outside of our world and something else. La, 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 la.
Yeah.
With her freaking big ass freaking eyes. La, 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 like freaking just like
promo.
Like, also, why am I getting commercials in my movies? Why am I getting commercials before my movies? Why the fuck? I understand previews.
Yeah.
Commercials? Fuck
Yeah, I
Trailers.
only want them to be movie trailers. And honestly, you know what I miss too?
What?
The theaters used to be really like, each individual theater used to be like really unique.
Yes!
You can sometimes still
There
get
was
that.
architecture.
Exactly. You can sometimes still get it if you go to specific theaters in Manhattan. But then again, like Noose and I were talking about the cost. But it used to be, I'm trying to remember, it used to be near it wasn't the Target that used to be near the Roosevelt Field Mall. There used to be a movie theater there.
Oh, yes.
And this was the one my parents took me to, and I loved it because it had the big vaulted ceilings.
Yep.
And for every movie,
There was
they
like
had
Art
these
Deco on the
Art
walls.
Deco, and had the beautiful like these dioramas they used to put up for all the
Mhm.
movies. Like I thought that place was the most awesome, beautiful, coolest place
remember
I've
that
ever been
theater.
inside of.
I loved that
I
theater.
know it's still open, but they modernized the whole thing. It doesn't look like that anymore. And that's kind of like what I was saying to Noose was when I was young, it was so much less expensive. So my parents used to take us a lot because where else are you going to be
I don't
able
even
to
think
sit?
they offer matinee prices
No.
anymore. Like there used to be
They
ticket.
do at
They used to
they
be
do at
Ticket
Regal.
Tuesdays.
They do that at Regal still.
at
Ticket Tuesday.
Regal. But here's the other thing about Regal in Forest Hills, and this is something I can attest to. A lot of places went cashless,
Yeah.
which is fine, cool, whatever. We are living in the digital age. But why is it every single time that I go by Regal, I have to change my bank card because my information was stolen?
So I
Mm.
get it through the app. I never do it at the movie theater.
Oh, I know, but I'm saying the few times that I have that I didn't get it through the app or I didn't prepay for my ticket through my phone or anything like that, my info was stolen. It was skimmed, and I had to go and deal with fraud and all sorts of other fucking
I
shit.
think-
Crazy.
I think, and this is a whole nother, this is probably a whole other topic, but just to briefly go over that.
It's not safe.
It's not even just that. It's also in the past, like I want to say like 3 years. These
Yeah.
past 3 years, the spike in people getting their card information scanned has spiked.
Yeah.
Like you literally, people that would hack people's information, they can literally just get close proximity to you. Just
Can
Walk
they
by and
literally do that? They can literally do that? Literally?
That's why we have RFID.
Literally?
Yeah, on the
Literally
phones and
and-
stuff.
Literally.
Literally?
I would like to say that the one place I ever got my credit card scanned was in Jersey.
I was lucky.
I would like
enough.
to point that out. Never in New York, surprisingly enough, but the only time was in Jersey.
I could be a dick and
You are a
insult New York
dick.
people. Oh, okay. Then can I do it then?
Do it.
Because New York people aren't smart enough to do it.
I mean, okay, I don't care. It keeps
You
my
told me-
credit cards fine.
That's rough.
That's good, but regardless though, and if we really want to take things on, and not joking around for a quick sec, but even then, so it also depends on the specific areas you go to.
I
Yeah.
don't disagree, but this
Because-
is part of the experience that I'm talking about and why movie theaters are starting to die.
Yeah, and I can second what Jade said
Mhm.
because the way that Regal is set up, and a lot of the Regals are now, is they used to have ticket takers who were at the machines. They don't anymore.
No, because they
So
went digital.
But no, even when they first put those iPad things in, they used to have somebody
yes.
who used to
Wa-
stand
monitor
there
and
monitor.
Yeah.
They don't do that anymore.
But that's because the theaters can't afford to hire the
Exactly.
staff anymore, and then you can't get people who want to work anymore. And this is also COVID problems,
exactly. So now they just leave it
Cuts.
there.
cuts, and also because they don't want to get paid a living wage.
So it's
Yeah.
very easy for someone to just tamper with one of those things when no one's looking
Oh yeah, put a skimmer.
and put a skimmer on
Yeah.
it because no one's watching them.
No,
Worst
and it's part of the
place-
reason I do everything at home when
yeah,
it comes
I
to
do
stuff
everything
like
through
that.
the website.
Me too.
on my
or
phone.
the
worst,
app on my
worst
phone.
places,
like,
by the way, if those who don't know.
Gas stations,
Yep.
gas stations, and 7-Elevens.
7-Elevens.
Because they put the fake top on top of the computer thingy that you put your
and then when
debit
they
card.
get they get caught, and you know what's funny? It's always the people that actually work there. That actually
I know.
work there.
I know,
Mhm.
but
It's the
like
fucked up part.
that. Well, we're pretty sure that there's somebody that works at the Regal or used to work at the Regal because it hasn't happened in a while.
I think it was somebody
That was that would steal our stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we really did think that because it always happened to Nando Squatch whenever he
Literally
used his card
anytime.
over there. Every time.
Ridiculous.
Every time. So that's why we stopped going to that one.
Fair.
That's why, remember when we went to go see Wicked, I was very hesitant. And I said to you, can you get the tickets and I'll just give you the money?
Yeah, and I was like, no problem, I got you.
And I told you why. And
Yeah.
that is the reason why. And like that's why it makes it so unpleasant for me to go to the theater because like I'm dealing with shitty people. I'm dealing with expensive expensive tickets and food and all that fucking shit. I'm dealing with rundown and not properly maintained theaters where I've also had to get my money back because the movie itself is not playing properly,
That's
or the
happened to me,
sound
too.
is
Yeah.
not coming out, or it's too dark or whatever. And it's like, the fuck? On top of that, I'm dealing with, assholes
Yeah.
who work there. Like the people that work there, some of them look like they just want to kill themselves.
I mean,
Mean, but true.
no, I mean like valid because like, what's the point of capitalist America when the world is crumbling? But no, I get it. Like,
but like these
totally.
but this is why the streaming services are
Winning.
winning, because all these things that I'm listing, I don't want to deal with. So why not just watch it at home?
and it's become almost universal. It's not like this is
It's
like
not a
just-
single area
just
or
New
just one
York.
theater.
Like,
it's everywhere.
I miss when I was a kid when my dad like you would go up. We'd get there early to get a seat. I do love assigned seating though. I will say that.
I do too.
But my dad would go up. You would have an actual teller. The tickets were only like $5. That was our special thing we did with my dad, especially on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
He would go up. He'd buy all our tickets. And, you'd actually have someone doing your card. You'd go up to the popcorn. You'd have someone doing your popcorn. And you
The
just
popcorn didn't taste like it was
didn't
literally
taste like it was
sat
sitting
on
around for a week and a half.
because it was. It is.
And you would just go and see the movie. And there was no stakes if you saw a bad movie.
I didn't. Also, at the same time,
You know what I mean?
At
Like-
the same time, I also didn't have to worry about bringing home bed bugs.
Exactly.
Yes.
I didn't have to worry about seeing, bugs. Period in a theater because again, maintenance, maintaining, and they do all these things. They've raised all these prices, and you still can't maintain your theaters. You still can't pay your workers. You still can't give quality fucking food. Like I understand cost and effect,
Yeah.
corporation,
You know,
because but the mom and pop ones like Alamo goes out of
Great.
their way to make sure
I love
the
Alamo.
food is good, the drinks are good, everything is good. You get it is it a smaller theater with a lower capacity? Yes. Is it sometimes harder to go and see a movie that you want to see because limited times that they are showing the movie? Yes. Limited seating? Yes. But I feel like it makes the experience that much more special.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Like after going to Alamo for the first time when I saw Frankenstein, I was like, I would rather
Go here.
go here because you pay for it and they have like they actually like really maintain this rule of
They do.
people behaving in the theater. And you're actually allowed to, for lack of a better term, snitch on people if they're not behaving in the theater
It's true.
at Alamo. Like
Yeah.
you can actually like write a note and they'll come like there's a little call button and they'll come over and they'll take care of it. Even
It's
if it
true.
just means they tell the person like, hey,
You're being
like,
too
You're being
loud.
too loud. You need to quiet
I-
down. And you can just sit there with a bowl of popcorn. And
Or even get like real like legit food.
yeah, like you can get legit
Oh, no,
food
I
too.
remember-
I gotta
um,
take you to the Alamo.
I got a me and my boyfriend.
There-
We had a beer. It was great. It was wonderful,
Yeah.
and not a single disturbance. It was the most pleasant movie theater experience I had.
I remember growing up in the town that I used to live in Union, Jersey.
Okay.
And the town theater. It was the main town theater. Everybody would go there. Union Theater. Everybody would remember about Union Theater. And I think one of the greatest things is that at the time when we were younger, the movie theater was pretty, like, in terms of well kept, was all right, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Um,
hard to maintain large theaters. we
100%.
understand.
Yeah,
This was a mom and pop theater though. So this one
Was
was
this
like,
the one with the gummy bears?
it was the same one.
Ah.
But let me explain that. That's the part where I'm gonna get at.
Okay.
After the years kept going by and stuff like that, even after we got out of high school and everything, it just got progressively worse over and over and over. And then it reached the point now that right now at this moment, that theater's done. It's closed.
yeah. That's what happened.
It's
to the
very
one
hard to maintain.
in Douglaston. Like that used to be one
Uh-huh.
we went to a lot as kids, and they used to host those little birthday parties
Uh-huh.
with the pizza and
Yep.
the cake. And I just remember, going to that theater that you do $5 movies,
Mhm.
and you'd go, you pay $5. It was actually where I saw my first rated R movie. I remember being really proud of myself, even though the ticket taker was like, whatever about it. I thought I was the coolest, slickest person ever. I got all my brothers and my cousins, I had like just turned 18, into A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Yeah.
because I love Seth
I love that
MacFarlane.
movie.
I love that movie. And I remember it was so fun. I have so many memories of going to Douglaston and just such pleasant ones, like seeing the Last Night at the Museum movie, going to see, we saw the Spider-Man 3. My mom took me to see Spider-Man 3 there. And I just remember being so excited whenever we go on rainy days and you would like drive under the little thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, I miss that experience of what it felt like to be in just like that local theater.
Talking about local, you want to know something that we can even get into that's a very much damn near dead, like in terms of theaters?
Mm.
Drive-in.
Oh, drive-ins.
Drive-ins.
I've went to one that's actually here in New York. I don't know if it's still open now or whether
No.
it's shut. What's
There
done?
are no drive-ins here.
I think are you talking about the seasonal theater that opens in the summer?
I think so.
Because they do it during the summer. Like they rent out.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they'll
There's
still
a
do it.
section. Yeah. There's a section that's the exact one.
But it's only during the summer, right?
the last time I went was during the summer.
Yeah, they only do it from like May to August.
That's
Yeah.
fine with me. Ralph's Italian Ices doesn't even go year round, and I love Ralph's.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then again, if you're going to watch a drive-in theater, I think it's better to watch it during the.
Yeah, you don't
when
want
it's a little
to
bit
watch
warmer.
it in the winter.
Yeah, you don't want to be like.
I don't want to be sitting there with the car on the entire time, like listening to the engine rumble.
But no, what's really cool is that actually, when it comes to the audio, you actually go and tune in through the radio station.
Ooh.
So instead, it's not like through their speakers. They don't have their own speakers. The speakers are actually your car speakers.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Unless you have shitty car speakers, then you fucked.
Then at that point, yeah, that's for all of those people that decide to check it out. If I remember it, I'll try to bring it up next time. But yeah, definitely don't go in there with some like fugazi ass speakers, the broken
rough, buddy.
speakers.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah,
I get it. Like, okay, listen. By no means, this entire time we have been talking, are we saying we hate movie theaters.
Oh, of course not.
No.
I still
No.
go every week.
We love movie theaters so much that it breaks our hearts to see the decline
Yeah.
Mhm.
that has become modern movie theater experiences. And I say modern meaning the last 5-6 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
I am also by no means shitting on streaming services
No, not at
Nope.
all.
offering said movies. I do agree that the streaming services and the movie industry, with the deal that they did make, where they have to wait a minimum of 30 days before they offer the movie on their services, I do agree with that. Let the movies make what they can while they can, and then continue to subsidize it with your streaming.
Yeah.
I get it. We are dealing in a day and age where there are a lot of people that just can't go to a movie theater.
Yeah.
They cannot
Yes.
afford to leave their house for whatever reason. Maybe you're an invalid, maybe you're a shut-in, maybe you're just an old person.
Maybe you have a disability. A lot of theaters, unfortunately,
Are
still
still-
are not disability friendly.
No.
Or there's also the latter. You just don't like movie theaters.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair point. Very fair point. But what I'm trying to say is do not sit here and think that we're just like you fucking
No,
all
of
that
course.
shit. We're not
No,
doing
no.
that.
Take that, depression!
What we're trying to say is if you're listening, industry heads, corporation motherfuckers, capitalist pigs, oink.
Oink, oink, motherfucker.
I need you to put the magic back in the movies.
Yeah.
And I do not mean the actual movies, I mean the theaters. Please give us that wonderfulness, like that. I'm not asking nostalgia. I want that experience where it is, I'm excited I'm going to the movies. Not a,
Yes.
you feel like going to the movies tonight? You want to go see something? Let's go. What, do you know what's playing? No, I don't know what's playing. Like that time that you and I went to go see, what did we go see?
We went to go see, I believe it was
It was a horror film?
I think so.
It was The Conjuring.
The Conjuring
We went to go
film.
see the latest Conjuring
Mhm.
movie because it was on a whim. We had been hanging out with friends. We didn't want to go home yet.
Yes.
And we were just like, you want to go? What do you want to do? It's a Sunday. What do we do? And we were just like, there's nothing to do. And we were like, you want to go to a movie? Okay, I can go see a movie. What's playing?
Like, oh, Conjuring's playing.
Like,
it's like, oh, you can go watch
That's
it.
that's kind of like what I want to have the ability to do and not have to sit there and actually be like, oh, okay, well, if I go see this movie, I'm not going to be able to eat for the week.
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, I want to be able to say, oh, I want to be able to be like, oh, yeah, let's go see a movie. Not just yeah, well, I got nothing better to do. Because no, there's always something better to do. Or I could just go home and sleep. Something I don't do.
Yeah. Valid.
That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, give us our experience again. Give us the joy of going to a theater again. And then maybe you won't be losing anything on your bottom line as much as you do now.
Treat your workers well, and they'll treat you well. Like, pay them properly. Give them the resources they need to be able to run these theaters. I mean, I admittedly miss the little vests. I'm not going to lie. I miss the fancy outfits, but you don't have to put them back in the fancy outfits.
Start putting them in monkey suits.
Stop that. But like, you know, like just really take care of them because these people, it's really hard to be in customer service, period. And when you are not supporting your work staff, you don't realize how much that affects absolutely everything when you need to be in a customer facing role because I spent years in customer facing roles.
Take that, depression!
And, you know, your customer facing folks deserve just as much as respect as your customers.
Agreed.
And your customers will not respect your staff if you don't respect your staff, unfortunately.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Closing thoughts?
I mean, I think my overall closing thought is I do love the movies. I love streaming. I'm happy at least that Netflix has been opening up a lot of their film deals or their television deals to be in theaters. Like they're going to do the finale of Stranger Things in theaters. I would love to try to go see that in the movie theaters. I'm a big Stranger Things fan. Can't wait.
Houston.
But,
We
you know,
have
just
no
take care of your movie theaters. I would love it to be more of a married world where like I still love going to a movie theater. I get to have the movie theater experience, but also I can also sit and stream it at home and I'm perfectly happy with both experiences. So let's just support both ends of the spectrum.
I agree.
Crimson, final thoughts?
Kind of agree with the same thing as Lavender. I mean, in terms of the experience, I feel like the experience at the movie theaters is that's what's really deterring, and the prices, of course.
Yeah.
Those two things, two big key factors, I think, right there are what's really kind of just if the stuff doesn't change, we're gonna see it die out.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna be streaming.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I completely agree with both of your statements, your viewpoints. My final thoughts on it are I just want to be able to make the experience of going to the movies actually pleasurable again, to make it where if I want to go out on a date night, if I want to have a friend's night, if I just want to go into a theater by myself because I want to see a movie, I want it to be pleasant. I would like it to not be where I go, I see a great movie, and then I'm frustrated by everything else. So therefore, the movie itself now suffers, in my opinion, because I remember the experience while watching this movie, not the movie itself.
Yeah.
So that's just where I'm at with it. Yes, I'll stream. I'm about to have several large surgeries that's going to render me incapacitated, Feinics fans. So please give us love and follow us and send healing towards me so that I can, heal quickly and be back to your wonderful, fun-loving asshole self.
Yes.
But I know I'm going to be seeing a lot of shit streaming.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
More to talk about.
More to talk about. But I would like to, when I'm finally able to go back, see and have a wonderful experience at a theater.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's where I'm going to stand on it. And on that note, we're going to go. So catch you later, Feinics fans. Follow us on all social medias. If you have any opinions or comments or thoughts on this matter, please leave us a message. We love to hear from you.
Let's all go to the movies.
And let's not have a bad time.
Woo!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.